All right, ladies, let's come and have a seat. Sitting up tall, setting our intention for the week. I found a piece that I had in my notes from one of the Upanishads, which is an ancient Indian text. It came out of the Vedas, which are the most ancient texts of all. And I wanted to share it with you. So sit up tall, roll your shoulders down your back, lift your heart, close your eyes, and come to your breath. I want you to check in with that breath. Make sure you feel a release in your hips and in your knees. And I want to share this piece with you. Renounce attachments to your opinions, your prejudice, your fears, your loves, your hates. He who sees all in himself and every being, there is. Love fills him and disgust flees. As delusion recedes, he brims with bliss. Yeah, that sounds like good advice to me. So lift your heart with an open heart, setting your intention to let go of your preconceived ideas, opinions, loves, hates. Know that being neutral is an option. Having no opinion at all is an option. Letting life flow, remembering what we can attach ourselves to, which is really very little, because everything is so ephemeral, right? And then you breathe into that, inhale fully into your heart, your chest, your lungs. And then as you exhale, allow the breath to release, letting go of something that you're holding onto. We rarely have the whole story. And we don't know how what we say lands on somebody else's ears, what they hear. Because they have their hates and loves and prejudices and opinions. Take 2 more breaths just like this. And slowly open your eyes. Take your arms all the way out to T. Imagine you're squeezing some apples in your palms, taking your arm bones back. And I want you to scoop your palms up and notice how you're scooping the back of your shoulder blades into your heart. Your chest lifts up to the sky. Good. And then you're going to roll your palms down and back around your back. And then roll your palms up. Right into your shoulders, keep your arm bones back. Now I want you to keep a nice long spine, and you're going to roll your arms down and up and down and up, and slowly lift your arms, finding that movement right into your shoulders until your arms reach all the way up to the sky. Yeah, it's harder than it appears, I think. And then all the way back to T, but very slowly. Keep your arm bones back. They're going to wander forward. But we want to start warming up our shoulders, right? Letting something go, right? Look for it. Look for it. All right, now you're going to take your arms to T and take little arm circles. Circles. See if you can stay nice and tall on your spine. Your arms are rolling forward, little circles, and then a little bit bigger. You're going to keep your arms beside your body. They're going to want to wander forward, but we're going to keep them where they're at because it takes a lot of effort to let go of an idea that we think we know for sure, right? And then you're going to circle backwards, back. Circles. Good. Can you keep that breath engaged? Just find a nice inhale and exhale. Oh, yeah. And then arms to T with your shoulder blades hugged together. Take your right hand to the earth and reach all the way over to the right, keeping your left hip grounded. And then back through center, taking your left elbow behind you. Exhale. And inhale. Oh yeah. Exhale. Maybe your right elbow will come closer to the earth. And inhale, and maybe it won't. And it doesn't matter, right? Exhale. And inhale. Oh yeah. Exhale. Inhale. We want to help other people. We think we know what's best for them. And maybe it is true. Maybe it would be best for them. But they have to know what they're going to do. And we can't change that. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Oh, yeah. Let's take one more. Exhale. And inhale. Oh, yeah. All the way back to center. Roll your shoulders down your back. Now circle your arms up and reach from the sides of your body. Reach and reach. It's Monday morning. We're getting all the spider webs out, right? Arms up to center, shoulder blades down your back. Take your left hand to the earth and reach to the left. Reach. You come back to center. And reach all the way over. And back to center. And all the way over. A little bit more now. A little bit deeper now. Look a little deeper. What do we hate? Who do we hate? Can we let it go? Can it just be who they are? Or as my girlfriend says, unskilled. Unskilled. Exhale. Inhale. All right, let's take one more just like that. Exhale, because we don't have much to do. And inhale. Good. And all the way up to center with your shoulders down your back. Now come into that twist. Sitting up nice and tall over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And over to your left. Nice and tall. Inhale back to center. And over to your right. Inhale back to center. And over to your left. And to center. And to right. Let's do one more on the left. Inhale to center. And back to the left. Oh yeah. And all the way back to center. Now you're going to take your feet in front of you and wide. And you're going to drop your knees to the right so that everything's at 90 degrees. You have a 90-degree knees, 90-degree ankles. Yeah. And you're going to maybe keep your arms forward or keep your hands behind you. It doesn't matter. And you're going to come back through center with your feet wide and drop your knees to the left. Yeah. Inhale back to center, over to the right, to center, and to the left. So good for your hips. Back to center, to the right, back to center, to the left, back to center, to the right. I'm going to just move back. And then you're just going to twist to your right and just release your chest over your right thigh bone. Get a nice stretch in the hip flexor and just let's start getting into your low back, breathing into your hip and breathe into it. Yeah, everything's at 90 degrees here if you can. Right. And then back up through center. And I want you to come to the other side. Check out your 90 degrees. Twist to your left and soften your chest all the way over. And just get a nice twist, a nice stretch in your low back, getting into the hip flexors. Oh, yeah. Just gently starting to warm everything up in our hips. And our hips and low back say thank you after sitting so long. Yeah. And then all the way back through center. And into table pose, hands and knees. Keep your block nearby, ladies. Yeah. Now, keeping your belly lifted and your heart soft, your shoulder blades are hugged together. You'll have a nice long spine. And then you're gonna come into a cat and cow. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, get right into your pelvic floor. That is going to really help in the future, ladies, maybe even today. Draw the pelvic floor up like you've got a pee and you want to hold it. And then reach your heart forward. Exhale, flow round. Inhale, heart forward. Oh, yeah. Get right into your shoulders. They're ready. Right into your shoulders that are ready. And now take some hip circles back. All right, where are your knees here? Let's check out our knees. And back. And now change directions, make big circles, changing directions. Good. We're going to start right back in table pose, hands and knees. Extend your right leg back behind you. And if you can't extend your left arm forward, that's great. If you can't, that's also fine, right? And I want you to come into that balance. Belly back, top of the pelvis back. Now you're going to take your right knee towards your chest, your left elbow up toward the sky. Got that? And then come back to center. So this starts with the proprioception. You have to move the opposite sides of your body in a certain way. You have to have your belly engaged. So as you exhale and squeeze your knee in, notice how your core remembers to be engaged. See if you can keep your mind on your core. Good. Exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. Good. Exhale. Exhale. Your gaze is going to be slightly forward, not looking up. 8, 7, slowly 6, squeeze your glute 5. You know that, right? 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, hold it in and then extend it long and release. Extend your right leg all the way out to the right, stepping into your right foot. And then circle your arms all the way up, getting a nice long spine here. Take your right hand down your right leg and reach all the way over. I want to get all that length back to center and over to the left. Now you might want your block here too. And the block has different heights, or you can land on the earth, whatever works. Oh yeah. Use your core to come all the way up and over. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale, slowly land, controlled landing, right? And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Oh yeah, exhale. And exhale. You're going to inhale in between in the center. Okay. Now I want you to keep your left hand on the earth or on your block. And I want to get into my outer right hip, okay? So I'm going to keep my left hand on the floor, but if you need to have it on the block, that's great. And you're simply going to lift and tap. So I want to get into this medius, but we're also working on right up your outer waist, right? So just get into that nice heat of your outer hip. Good. Everything's going to be warmed up. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're going to hold that up, extend your right arm over your head, and I want you to squeeze your right knee towards your right elbow, and then extend it out. Oh yeah, squeeze it in, and imagine there's a ball of energy in the center of your pelvis, extending from the pelvis out from the pelvis in both connect directions. Exhale. So you can extend your right leg. Exhale. Now you can extend from the center of the pelvis out your fingertips. Let's just take 2 more. 1 and 2. And marvel at how strong we are. And back to table pose, hands and knees. And just kind of shake that out, shake that out. Ah, yes. Now you're going to take your block under your right shin. So we're going to start our balancing. So you're going to take it under your right shin, right by your knee. And you can keep your right toes on the earth, or you can lift your right toes. Now you can extend your left leg back and you can stay right here, making sure your hip points are square to the earth. Or you can extend your right arm forward. We do this every now and then. So you can start getting used to the balance. Your brain can start creating those, or encouraging or strengthening your neural pathways in your brain. And just take a few breaths here. You can lift your left bum, lift your right arm if you like. You get a nice little fun in your balancing. Good. And then find the balance. Find your breath. Oh, yeah. And release. Oh, yeah. And let's just kind of shake that out. So we're going to go right over to the left side. And you're going to extend your left leg back and possibly your right arm forward. You don't have to, obviously. You don't ever have to. And then you're going to take your right elbow up to the sky, your left knee towards your chest. Inhale, extend it. Exhale and squeeze the belly back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. So your gaze again is slightly forward. I don't want you looking up. Please look for slightly forward so your ears stay in line with your shoulders. We don't put any undue stress on our neck spine. Exhale. And exhale. And exhale. Good. And exhale. And 8, 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh yeah. And all the way out, and just take a nice, just hold it here with the belly back. Oh yeah. And release. Now you can extend your left leg out to the left and circle your arms all the way up. Yeah, I can feel it in my arms too. Okay. Now the left hand is going to go down your left leg, and that's going to be new. So notice how that feels. Then come back up through center and towards the right on a block, or you can land, reach. But those obliques are going to get you up. And you're moving into your hip. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale. Exhale. Exhale. We're going to be definitely ready for our balancing stuff. All right. Let's take about 4 more here. 4. This is a great place, this mat, to notice what you hate and see if you can just let it go. 2. And even what you favor. Last one. All right. All the way back to the mat with your right hand to the earth. And you're going to lift your left leg up, right? And you're going to tap and lift and tap and lift and fire up the whole outer left hip and tap, tap. Good. Get some fire there. It shouldn't take long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now you're going to extend your left arm over your, if you can, if it's available. You can take it anywhere you like, depending on your shoulder, you know that. And then you're going to squeeze your knee to your elbow and extend and squeeze and extend and squeeze. So you're only on one side of your body, right? And squeeze and extend. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All the way back through table. And now you're gonna take your block under your left shin, right by your knee. So your knee is on there just about, well, just by your knee. Remember, your left toes can be on the earth or lifted, but keep your shin grounded and lift your right leg. You can stay right here. You don't need anything more. You can feel it in your core, and you already feel like you're not on firm ground. Now, if you want, you can extend your left arm, and you can lift and play in it, because it's so much fun, right? And already we're starting to feel a little tippy, right? A little uneven. So now our brain has to help us stay nice and balanced. Notice the strength in your core. Woo. Keep your left shin grounded. That'll be a lot easier. Really pressing into the left shin. Good. And play with it. Yeah. And release. Oh, yeah. And keep your back, your block here. You can come into a child pose and just lengthen it out. Releasing your hips. Yeah, everything should feel really, it should be humming along. Okay. Now you can extend your right leg forward and flex your front right ankle and just get a nice stretch here in the right hamstring, keeping your right outer hip back and softening your chest. Oh yeah. Just take a few breaths here. Good. Now you're going to step into your right foot. Take your left hand to the earth. And you're going to curl your left toes under and lift your back left knee. Good. I want you to twist your left waist to the right and take your right arm up and lean back. So this is a little bit different than we usually do. It's a little bit more balancey, right? And then you're going to take your right hand to the earth and soften. And open it all up. Good. So if there's too much weight on your left hand, you know to take your left knee to the earth, right? Exhale. It's all good. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. So it's a big twist. Getting deep in your hips. Open it up. Exhale. Inhale. Open it up. Last one. Exhale. Now I want you to take your hands on either side of your front right foot, and you're going to shorten your stance and widen your feet so that you can lengthen both legs long. I want you to get into the right hamstring. So you're going to take your right outer hip back, okay? Good. Pressing into your feet. Press your feet down to come all the way up. And now you're nice and tall. Good. Now you're going to soften your back left knee, and you're going to flex your front right ankle so that your right toes come off the earth. So this is going to get into the front of your shin. And then you're going to get into your hip flexors by taking your right hip back, tipping from the top of your pelvis, keeping a long spine as you sweep your arms all the way up. You can take your right foot to the earth if you like. That's the inhale. And we're going to continue like this. Hips back, especially the right outer hip. Fold until you feel it deep in your right hammies, all the way up and around. A few more times. Oh, yeah. And inhale. And exhale. Exhale down. Oh, and inhale all the way up. And then step back. Your feet are hip width apart. Good. Take a breath. All right. Now I want you to circle your arms up. Good. And fold forward. Yeah. Inhale, look halfway up. Get your heart forward and your inner thigh bones back, lengthening your legs. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. And then you're going to step your right foot back. Coming into a nice deep lunge, you can take your right hand to a block. And then you're going to extend your left arm up. Oh, you thought I forgot about that side, didn't you? Lean back. Take your left hand to the earth and soften your elbows. And then find your way as you inhale and open. And exhale and close it. And inhale and open. Oh, and exhale. You know, Mondays is clean out the cobwebs day. Inhale. Oh, and exhale. So your right knee can be on the earth. It'll take any pressure you have on your wrist. Those of you with wrist things. All right, we're going to take one more. Right? And all the way back. Lowering your back right knee. Now you're going to extend your left leg forward, flexing your left ankle. So when we flex like this, you're going to get into the front of your shin. And it'll help with balance. Keep your left outer hip back. And then exhale and soften your chest towards your thigh bone. Find that little pulse where you exhale into it and inhale out of it. And exhale into it. And inhale out. And take a few more, really long and deep. Oh, I can feel my body. Just thank you. Good. Now you're going to step into your left foot. Right? Curl your back right toes under, lifting your back right knee once again. But you're going to step your right foot halfway forward and out to the right. As you lengthen both your legs long, and take your left outer hip back. Press your feet down into the earth to come all the way up. Now your left foot is forward. Bend your back right knee and flex your front left ankle. And then you're going to tip forward from the top of your pelvis and sweep all the way up. Good. And keep your hips back. And come deep into it and sweep all the way up. Good. And into it. And sweep up. Back. Let's take two more. Really get into your hips and into that left, the back of your left thigh, that left hamstring. All the way. And all the way up. And stepping into your left foot. Take your right foot forward and circle your hips. All right, we're going to start at the beginning of our balancing too now. Everything should be ready. So you're going to step into your left foot and start by simply lifting your right knee up. And hold it. So there's a little softness in your left knee. Your bum is slightly back. Good. And release. Now we're going to try the left side because it's different. Our brains. It's different sides of our brain. Softening your right knee, lift your left knee, your belly is engaged, your bum is slightly sit back. But you're long and tall, you might have to hold on to something. That's fine. Hold on to something. Just, you'll tap it. You'll tap it. All right, we got that? All right, and release. Now I want you to come to the back of your mat. You're going to look forward. This is the first one. You're going to step like you're doing the perp walk. The left heel in front of your right toes. Keeping your left hip back, standing tall, top of your pelvis back. So if you're having a drunken night or a drunken morning, we're going to get used to this, right? And then you're going to just step, but I want your right heel to feel your left toes. And then step. Step. Stay on the tight wire. Stay on the tight wire. Okay. And now you're going to go backwards. You'll take my right foot back, my left foot back, so I can feel my heel right on the tightrope. Right? And all the way. You have to look forward. All right, good start. All right. Shake it all out. All right, come to the front of your mat and make your way to Uttanasana. So you can sit back and come up. And sit back. Shins are coming forward, your bum is reaching back. Sit back, circle your arms up, and come into a twist, keeping your left hip back, opening up your heart. Good. Inhale back to center. And over to your left. Keep your right foot back. Inhale back to center. Exhale and fold forward. Long way down. Inhale, look halfway up, lengthening your legs. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper, making sure the hamstrings know that you're there. And then step all the way back into your plank. Shoulder blades hug together, your belly's engaged. Your knees are either up or down. Take a few breaths here. And then you're gonna lower and make your way into a cobra or an up dog. Ooh, yeah. And right into a down. All right, let's see how that feels. First down dog. Walk your dog. Good. Come onto the tiptoes. Lift your heels. Reach your chest towards your thigh bones. Take your heels back to the earth. Inhale now and lift your right leg all the way up. Exhale, step your right foot forward and prepare for warrior one. Coming all the way up into warrior one. Now we're going to do some balancing here. Okay. Now, you can take your arms to your sides or back or palms up, doesn't matter. Stepping into your right foot, you can take your left knee up. So we've already done this, but now you're going to take your left leg back. And you're going to step back and come up, right? Keep your right outer hip back. Let's try it again. Stepping into your right foot, lift your left knee. Look at something that's not moving. Exhale, take your time. And all the way back. 2 more times. Ready? Move forward. Lift your left knee. Take your left leg back. Step back. Warrior one. All right, last one. It gets easier. Use a wall if you need to, or a piece of furniture to help you. That's fine. It's still gonna stimulate your brain. Left knee, left leg back. So you can see why we need our hips nice and juicy. Yeah, okay. Back to warrior one, beautiful. Now right into warrior two. Good. Right thigh bone back. And I want you to reach your ribs to the left and to the right and to the left and slightly to the right and more to the left and to the right. Now you're going to dip over to your left. Get lots of length in the right. Stay deep in your right hip, right thigh bone back. And now you're going to take your right forearm to your right thigh, pressing your forearm down to lift the right waist up and extend. Going very deep with your hips. If your shoulder says no, you take your left fingertips to your left shoulder or your left waist. And you find you, right? All right, take your bum back, and you're going to make your way into a triangle pose. Oh, yeah. And this is going to get more interesting later. So really see if you can really draw the back of your head back, your legs long. Good. Do not dump your weight into your right hand. Yeah, you can even take your right hand in front of your ankle or your shin and open it up a little more. Ah, yes. Excellent. Excellent. Take your left hand to the earth. Take a half vinyasa or make your way right through dog. Oh, yeah. And we're going to meet in dog, guys. So I want you to widen your feet wide in this dog. You can even walk your feet a little closer to your hands here. And you're going to take your right hand to your left ankle. And just see how that feels. Yeah. Now your 3-leg dog. Yes, you can, right? And breathe into it. That's good. All right, now you're going to change sides. And notice how it feels different on the 2 sides of your body. It has to do with the brain. Are you sciencey? Where are you, right? Yeah. And back through center. Come back into down dog. Realign your feet and your hands. And then lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward and come all the way up into warrior one, this time on the left. So you know where we're going. Left outer hip is back. Spine is long. Top of your pelvis is back. No pinching in the lower back. All right, now let's play in it. You lean forward, stepping into your left foot, and lift your right knee up. And oh, this might be your stronger side. It's just your other side, right? Now you're going to take your right leg back. How does that feel? And then you're going to step back into your right foot and come all the way up. So we're going to play in that, okay? With either a piece of furniture or wall, it's all good. All right, go. Forward, lift your right knee. Exhale. I like to use my breath and the power in my muscles, especially the right inner thigh. And continue just like that. Find your breath. Notice the more you do it, it might get a little easier. Huh? That's what I mean. Those neural pathways say, oh yeah, I remember to do this. And all the way back. Step. All right, let's take two more. Move forward. Up. And last one. Right. Back. And step back and up. All right. Now right into warrior two. You're going to move sideways. Make sure your hip points are open. Your left thigh bone is back. And you're going to reach ribs to the right and slightly to the left and more to the right and slightly to the left and more to the right. Stay deep. Now reverse. Oh yeah, get lots of length in the left side of your body. Stay deep in your left hip, left thigh bone back. Now come back to center and take your left forearm to your left thigh. And maybe you'll swing your right arm over your ear. Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Keep your hips low, get into your hips. With your breath, take your bum back and then straighten both legs long and find your triangle pose on the left. Notice if you're holding on with your left hand, try not to do that. Yeah, lean back as if the back of your head and the back of your shoulders are on a wall and your legs are nice and long. Oh yeah, so good. Put your feet down, come all the way back up to center. Take your hands to the front of the mat. And then step back to plank or right into down dog. Make your way into cobra and up dog. Oh yeah, it's a nice stretch. And we all meet in down dog. And just walk your dog here. Now you're gonna widen your feet just a little bit wider and start to walk your hands back to your feet. Press your feet down, come all the way up. Grab your left wrist and lift, lots of length. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Grab your right wrist and lift. Exhale to the left. And all the way back to center and release. Now you're going to take your block again. You're going to take it to your mat. And you're going to step on your block. Oh yeah. And you're going to lift your left leg. Now you might need to hold on to something here, but you definitely have to look at something that's not moving. And see if you can swing your left leg like a little pendulum or a big pendulum. And breathe into it. And don't be afraid to fall off of it. Get back on. That's what we do. And now we're going to go sideways. Oh yeah. Yeah. Your belly has to be engaged. If you're not, you're going to be all over the place. Maybe make little circles with your left leg. And release. Now when you stand, your left hip is going to feel a little higher. So we're going to change sides. Now you're going to put your left foot onto the block. We're also changing sides of your brain too. So, top of your pelvis back. And see what you can do. Hold on to a wall, hold on to a chair, look at something that's not moving, and without any kind of a judgment. Just notice if one side might be a little bit more challenging than another. Yeah. So it's a pendulum to start with. And then in front. Good. So good for you. And then little circles to the right. And right. And right. Woo. And right. With your breath, with your core, feeling a little tippy on your tip of your side, perhaps. Good. And release. Keep your block nearby. And I want you to widen your stance wide, taking your toes like at 45 degrees, but your thigh bones back so that your knees track over your second toes. Let's get into your hips just a little bit. Now, you can take your palms to your heart center if you like, but you're going to come onto the tiptoes of your right foot first and get a little lower. Yeah, see if you can keep your spine long. That's going to release your hip a bit. Not that there's much to release anymore. All right, now other side. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. Now both. Come onto the tiptoes of both your feet. Get into that little balance here. On your hips. Good. All the way up on your tiptoes. And back. Good. Now while we're here, I want you to take your right shoulder blade back. Your toes are still out about 40 degrees. And reach over to your left, keeping your chest aiming forward and back. Inhale. Oh, exhale. So more for your shoulders. Inhale. And for your hips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Everything nice and aligned. Exhale. So you feel the shoulder blade hug toward your spine here. Gaze it slightly forward. And 4. Reach over to your left. And 3. Keep your thigh bones back. And 2. A lot to think about at once. Last 1. Okay. And back to center. Notice how your right shoulder's further back. Let's do the same to the left. Shoulder blades down your back. And exhale to the right. Keep your chest high. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Oh, big opening for your heart and your lungs. Shoulder blades are hugging together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, 6 more. And 6. Yep, sit back. 5. 4. 3. 2. All right, last 1. Open it up. Reach back. Okay. Shake, shake, shake it out. Shake out your shoulders. Circle your hips. Grab your block in your right hand. So I'm grabbing it by the shorter edge. Take your legs wide. And you're going to reach over to your right and take your block just outside your right foot. You might even take it a little further forward, outside your right foot and about 6 inches forward. Now watch, we're going to come into a triangle. I'm in a half moon. And you're going to extend, use all those muscles, the obliques, and just get a nice, yeah. Now, if you don't think you need the block, you can use a shorter height on the block. Feel free to do so. Roll your right waist forward. Find a nice space here. Good. And stop. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go right to the other side. All those muscles still warm. The block is in your left hand. Legs wide, left toes slightly out. Take the block outside your left foot and about 6 inches further. Softening your left knee, stepping into your left foot. Press into the block. So you can press your left block down, the left hand and the block down. And lift your left waist, lift your right leg. And yeah, let's see where you go. So if you can roll your left waist forward, your gaze slightly forward. That's where we're going. Yeah, it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of stuff here going on. A lot of balance. Yeah. Opening up your heart. This block is too tippy for me. Sorry. There we go. And step your right foot back. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back to the front of our mat. Standing tall. And just circle your hips. All right, 2 more balancing things. You're going to come back to the front of your mat. So we're going to go back into that tightrope walk. This time we're going to do it on our tiptoes. So come onto your tiptoes. Belly back. Maybe take your arms out. And see if you can tiptoe on that tightrope. So when you're there, when you get on the tightrope, I want you to stay in that space. Don't move your feet so fast, right? And now see if you can step back on the tightrope. And back on the tightrope. Oh yeah. And back on the tightrope. And release. You know, you can see how just doing those things are very helpful. All right. One more tightrope thing. We're going to hate this. You're going to be at the back of your mat. This time you're going to close your eyes. If you can, I like to take my hands to my hips or my shoulders. And if you can, step forward. Step on the tightrope with your eyes closed. That's really hard, guys. Now, once you find that step, you close your eyes and just stay there. Yeah. You find that step. Close your eyes. Just be there. Don't walk it, just be there. Step, close your eyes. Now go back. Close your eyes. Go back. Close your eyes. Oh yeah, it's hard. All right, guys, come back to center. Shake that out. No opinion, no judgment, right? We're just going to try it. All right, now we're going to come into our yoga squat. So maybe a little squat, maybe a bigger squat. Yeah. Our hips are ready. Good. Just get right into it. You can take your elbows into your inner thighs and hug your thigh bones in. It's so good. And breathing into it. Oh, yeah. And release. Good. Extend your legs nice and long. Keep your block nearby. You're going to use the gun. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and roll your right ankle. And then you're going to step your right foot high up into your left thigh. Now, if your right hip is kind of tight and your right knee, the right thigh bone's off the earth, you can always take the block under your right thigh bone. I recommend it. And like you're just lifting the floor, right? Okay. Inhale and circle your arms up. And exhale, fold forward over the whole thing. And just exhale into it. Inhale out of it. Keep your left thigh bone and your right thigh bone really grounded. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way up. Grab your right knee, lift your right knee, and just step outside your right thigh bone. And you're going to take your long left leg, that is your left thigh bone. So your left leg is going to reach over to the right. And you can keep your left leg straight, or you can bend your bottom left knee. Massage your belly out to the right and either hug your shin or take your left elbow outside your right thigh. Getting very deep twist here. Keep your right knee aiming up to the sky. Check it out. And then look over your right shoulder. And take a few breaths here. Ah, yes. And all the way back to center. And shake that out. Sitting up tall. Take your left knee in towards your chest. And roll your left ankle. Good. And step your left foot high up into your right thigh. Good. Circle your arms up, keeping your thigh bones grounded. So if the left thigh bone needs some help, you know what to do. Sit up tall and then reach over towards your ankle or your toes. It doesn't matter. And you're going to exhale into it, inhale slightly out of it, and find that little pulse back into it. All right, keep your thigh bones grounded. That's where you're going to get that little extra shakti then. Good. Keep your thigh bones grounded, press them down to come all the way up. Take your left knee, lift it up. Step your left foot outside your right thigh. Got that right this time. And you can take your right leg over to the left on the diagonal, which is great. Or you can bend your bottom right knee. And then massage your belly outside the left thigh bone. And so you get a deep twist here, and you can hug your left thigh bone. Or you can take your right elbow outside the left thigh. And just look over, get a nice long spine, deep twist. Your hips are warmed up. Everything is nice and warmed up. It's deeper into it. And all the way back to center. Grabbing your block, shake it out. Good. You can draw your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug. And let's just do a little bit of core work here. As you tip the top of your pelvis back, you can take your hands behind your head or keep your hands on your shins and just get a few little exhales here, getting into the core. So our core has been working the whole practice. And as soon as you get into it, you realize that's right. Exhale. 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 Good. Exhale. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and roll all the way onto the earth. Oh yeah. Good. Draw your knees into your chest and roll your knees away from you. Good. And since we have our blocks with us, I want you to take your feet to the earth, lift your bum, and put the block under your sacrum. So it's not your sit bones, it's higher, it's closer to your shoulders. Walk your shoulder blades together, take your knees towards your chest, and extend your legs all the way up to the sky. This is incredibly therapeutic. It's restful. It can put you in a way that allows you to let go. Where are your opinions, your loves, your hates? What can we do to just find that blissful place in the middle where we just embrace one another with all of our colors? Take a few more breaths here. Traditionally, we stay here for 15 breaths. Now, if you would like, you can come into a shoulder stand if that's your thing. This is a variation of shoulder stand. You do not have to do anything more. Otherwise, you can come into plow. Take your hands to your low back and then extend your legs up if you like, as long as you're on your shoulders and not on your neck. You have to look at your toes here. So continue wherever you are, taking a few more breaths here. You can feel the sensations in your legs with the energy and the blood flow, your heart, everything is just flowing a little differently. If you're ready, if you're in shoulder stand, come back through plow. If you're on the block, bend your knees. And come back onto the block, bend your knees, take your feet to the earth, lift your hips, and release that block. Oh yeah. Take your arms to T, walk your hips slightly over to the left, lift your knees up towards your chest, and drag your knees to the right. Get a nice twist, looking over your left shoulder. Oh yeah, reach your left hip away from you. And inhale, come through the other way. Take your hips over to the right just a little bit. Lift your knees up towards your chest and drop your knees to the left, getting that really nice twist here. And close your eyes. Now reach your right hip away from you. Keep your breath engaged here. Just a few more breaths. Take your arms beside you with your palms up, walking your shoulder blades together. Lift your hips, kind of shake them out. Take a big inhale through your nose. Inhale the new. And exhale an idea, an opinion that is not serving you. And take rest. Just 2 minutes and rest. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. Yeah. And then make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center. Close your eyes. And remember these words I want to share with you from the Isha Upanishad. Renounce attachment to your opinions, prejudices, fears, loves, hates. He who sees all in himself and himself in everything there is, love fills him and disgust flees. As delusion recedes, he brims with bliss. It's as simple as letting it go. The light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. Oh, love you guys. Let me stop the recording.